The meaning of the movie author Orpheus for reading 5 minutes published 12.07. 2021 updated 5.12. 2022 The Fast and Furious franchise is a real mix of all kinds of genres: drama, thriller, sci-fi, action and, of course, violations of any possible logic. The ninth part, like the ending of the seventh movie, was no exception in this respect. Needless to say, it is simply silly to expect something deep and unconventional from the film. It has everything that the audience loves it for: humor, weirdness and complete lack of realism. But a movie without a plot cannot exist. In such a case all sorts of structures collapse, the framework, if you understand. In the new part of the seemingly endless franchise, the past catches up with Dominic Toretto and hits him with a new force. It all starts with our bald superhero deciding to start a new life, forget the past and be alone with his family. He defeats the evil hacker Cypher and is now vacationing with his son Brian and wife Letty, but in the happiest moment he meets again with past enemies who do not let Dominic feel the life of an ordinary man. The plane carrying the dangerous criminal Cypher has been hijacked. The hijackers are determined to free the criminal. This is the first problem that awaited Toretto, but there were more. At the beginning of the movie we see a flashback to Toretto's father. In his youth he was a participant of popular races, but once the car did not fit into the corner, and Dominic's father died in a car accident. It turns out that Toretto's younger brother, Jacob, may have been involved in the death. He may have purposely ruined the gas tank, causing the car to explode. Being Dominic's younger brother, Jacob is a professional hitman and a member of the group that hijacked the plane with Cypher. In addition to all his troubles, he wants to rule the world like any other member of the group, and there is nothing special or unusual about it. Dominic himself has been estranged from his brother since their father crashed in the race. Not much time has passed since Part 8, but Cypher, for example, has managed to become stronger and cooler in the new part. Now she has a better command of technology and hacker skills. Although in the last part she was a strong opponent, knew all the weaknesses and subtleties of the characters of her enemies. You probably remember what efforts Dominic's family had to make to defeat this young girl. But now she's back. The movie, Fast and Furious 9, is literally full of powerful and cool scenes. The whole script is full of them. Here is a vivid example of one of such scenes. The hero on the car runs on the ice from the pursuit. He is caught up with people on motorcycles. At one moment his car goes under the ice, but he has time to save, because the neighboring friendly car has a hook and cable. This is the scope. It's bright and interesting, even if it looks extremely phantasmagoric, but that's what Fast and Furious is all about. Of course, since the first part, Fast and Furious has established itself as a spectacular action movie. First of all spectacular and only then as an action movie. Here logic and realism are broken. Scriptwriters often forget about the text and try to cram as many chases, flights, stunts and everything like that into the script as possible. Whether it is good or bad, everyone decides for himself, because some people like such movies, and some will find them boring and, in fact, meaningless. But, of course, there is also a share of drama in the movie. To a greater extent, it manifests itself in the final movie, where there are family scenes. For example, Dominic reconciles with his brother and finally gets a chance to be alone with his son and wife. The idea that it is often the shared morals, family support and love that gives a person the strength to overcome any difficulty, even the most difficult. Now it's smooth sailing to a more textured discussion of the ending of the movie Fast and Furious 9. Dominic learns the truth about his father's death after all. It turns out that Jacob had nothing to do with it, so they reconcile. The family unites again and is able to defeat Otto. Cypher ends up leaving with nothing, making his attempted release a pointless plot act. True to form, Jacob has to leave Dominic and go into hiding, as pretty much the whole world is now looking for him. The character once played by Paul Walker still exists within the universe. In the final picture he drives up in his traditional and already legendary Nissan Skyline. According to the plot of the movie, he has been away from his family for a long time, but he leaves a good connection and relationship with them. According to the legend, he lives together with MAA, raises children and does not know sorrow. The director of the tape in a recent interview said that there are at least 2 more movies to be seen by fans of the franchise. There will be sci-fi, but she will no longer be the main villain of the movie. Rather, she will be an annoying fly, pardon me for being blunt. Who will be the main villain in the story? This is shown to us with one scene after the credits. At the end we are shown Deckard Shaw, whose participation in the movie was under the strictest secrecy. Both the director and the actor Jason Statham kept it secret. In the scene, we see Shaw viciously punching a punching bag, and then the villain falls from there and gives Deckard some important flash drive. We then see a shadow across from Shaw. This is the main villain. Who it is we don't know yet, we only see his outline. It is to be hoped that this is a more interesting character than the plush Otto.